That should be good. Somewhat good. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, everybody. I hope you guys are feeling awesome. Let me adjust myself here. Hope you guys are feeling great. Had an awesome, are having an awesome weekend. It is Saturday. It is a warm day, and at least where I'm at. All right, everybody. So, listen, we're gonna go in. I'm gonna be on here for a bit, and we're gonna go into the thought. Go into the topic of the thought that people thought you were gonna give up. Okay. Hey, Paul. Hope you're doing awesome. It's nice to see you. Hey, Quantum Leap. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are feeling awesome today. Hey, a new pretty. Hope you're doing awesome. Hey, everybody. It's always awesome to see all of you guys here. Thank you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying your Saturdays. As we are here, right? We're here. We're living. We're breathing. We're doing all right. Hey, Chrome. Hope you're doing awesome. Hey, Dawn. Guys, keep vibrating high. Keep doing what you guys are doing, all right? Because you guys are doing well. I see a lot of you guys. You guys, we have conversations. I know you guys are going up, all right? But a lot of people didn't think that you were going to continue this climb. I'll tell you that much. A lot of people didn't think that you were going to be headed for the stars, but they see now, right? They see that you did not give up, all right? They expected you to give up. That was a part of the plan. In their minds, you were supposed to fail a long time ago, right? But here you are thriving, not just surviving, not just staying afloat somewhat. You are excelling in everything that you do, and that's what you were meant to do. You're meant to go up. Hey, The Healing. Hope you're doing awesome. Hey, Henrik. Hey, Cola. My sunglasses are ultra tinted, so I have to lean a little bit forward to make sure I'm reading right. Hey, David. Hey, Cheryl. Hope you guys are feeling great, thriving and excelling. Fiercely Made says, oh, absolutely. Cola says, yes, my cousin's mad. I just came from a cruise solo and had the time of my life without them. That's quite amazing. All right. Whereabouts did you travel to, Cola? That's awesome. And of course, you know how people, because, and here's the thing, it's like when you're doing your own thing, when you're moving solo and you're having a good time and you're vibrant and you're just doing your thing, understand that people are going to be jealous because they think that you need them, or they think that you need a lot of people around you to have a good time, or they didn't expect that you could be your best company. You could be your own best company. They weren't thinking that maybe you could even travel. A lot of people, your greatness and your plans are going over people's heads. They don't see it. They don't see what you're working on. They don't see what you're working towards. And so it's like when you pop out, or when you come back, or when you're vibrant, people, you have a glow, people feel some type of way. It's no doubt. Yep. That's awesome. The Bahamas. That's great. That's fantastic. You treasure these moments, keep up the good work and keep climbing. A lot of people probably doubted a lot of you here. I know I've been doubted more times than I can count. I've lost count, right? Where people thought I was just going to give up and throw in the towel. I mean, we all kind of, we've all had moments where we felt like giving up, or a certain venture that we were pursuing just didn't pan out the way we thought. But that doesn't mean that we gave up on life, or we gave up on trying in general. You probably just tried something else, decided to try another venture, or go down another path and see where that might lead you. So you never really did give up. It's just maybe some ventures didn't turn out so good, right? Some people are going to be very shocked to see that not only did you not give up, but whatever you're doing here, you're excelling. You are going higher than what most people thought you would be able to attain, right? And it's because a lot of people underestimate your greatness, or underestimate your brilliant mind, and don't fully understand what you're really capable of here, right? It goes over people's heads. And a lot of people, when they see that you may be working on some awesome things, it's like they're not really seeing what you see. You understand what I mean? Like, the vision, what you're trying to work towards. People on the outside, they're just kind of looking at it from a superficial standpoint and kind of thinking like, I don't know where that's going to lead you, or I don't see that working out for you. But you're the one doing the work, so it's going to work out, or at least you're going to put your best foot forward. You're going to put your best efforts forward to try to get it to work out, right? So people are not really respecting your hustle or respecting your mind, because they don't really understand you a lot of the times. Yeah, Nicole says, yes, sir. Just went down another path trying to find what works for me. And sometimes that's just how it is. I've done this more times, once again, than I could count. I'm the type of person always changing my mind, always changing my mind, always trying to do something new, trying to do something fresh. So, haters, right, who might be around me, or people who think they're connected to me and they're seeing me do different things that stray away from my original plans, think that, oh, that just failed, or, you're a failure, or haha, that didn't work out. And little do they know, my mind is expansive. Something's going to work out for me. A lot of things are going to work out for me, just like a lot of things are going to work out for you. And the people who are non-supporters don't really need to understand that, right? You know what you're working towards, and that's more powerful than whatever external factors or anybody on the outside looking in could really do anything about, or could really even comprehend, right? So a lot of people thought you would have given up by now. People may have tried to this is something I've seen, and it makes me laugh every single time. Please let me know if you guys can relate to what I'm about to say. There are people who have tried to, or who have done this. They've withdrawn their help. They withdrew their help, right? They withdrew their help, thinking that because they're not going to be on my side, or they're not going to offer assistance, or they're not going to share my work, or they're not going to support me or celebrate me. These individuals think because they're taking that stance that I'm going to fail, right? Because apparently I need them to go up, which is false, right? These people think that you need them, so they'll try to do certain things that seem like they're trying to make your life a little harder. Like, if you don't have their support, you will fail, you will suffer. It makes me laugh every time. I see what people do, and as I watch what they're doing, I'm just planning something new. I'm already on to the next thing. I'm already planning something new. I'm already growing. I have plans. We all have plans that people don't know about. We all have plans that people can't see, or they don't understand, because people think, oh, we're just living in the present. We're living in the future too. You understand? We're moving like we're trying to move, going forward. We're not moving like we're just staying here, right? So that's why a lot of people are thinking, oh, that didn't work for you now, so you're screwed up now for the rest of your life. You're done, you're done. No, I'm looking forward. I know where I'm trying to be at. I know what I have to do. I have to cover my bases. I got to get everything, lined up in a row, do that course, get that license, whatever the case might be. People think that you need them to go up. That's not the case. If you don't want to be a supporter, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be down. I'm still going up regardless, because it's what I want, and what I want, I'm going to work towards. Don't worry about it. So that's just something that makes me laugh, where people kind of think, oh, because, you need, if they withdraw their help, then you're going to need them. And then you're going to struggle without them, and then you're going to fail. And it's like, no, I don't really need you guys like that. I don't really, that wasn't the setup, right? If I had asked for your assistance, or if I had shared my good news and I was met with a cold reception, or you just didn't want to help, or whatever the case might be, that's cool. That's your prerogative. But at the end of the day, I'm going up regardless, because that's where we're trying to be, right? So some people do have God complexes. There are some people who think that they're going to be the judge and executioner of what happens to you in your lifetime. And these individuals have ego issues, and they're going to get rude awakenings if they have not been getting them by now. That first of all, you're not going to be someone else's punching bag for their projection issues, right? Because a lot of this is projection. A lot of people don't want to see you succeed at something that maybe they think they could never do, or maybe something they wanted to do, but they feel like it's out of reach. So they're not going to really want to support you in this way, because they don't want it to be you who succeeds at that, but they were never able to do it, or they don't have an affinity for what you have an affinity for. So it can kind of be like that. Hey, Jarvis, hope you're doing well, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. This phone is so sensitive. Hey, Dean, hope you're doing awesome, everybody. I highly encourage everybody to chase what you want to chase. And even if you have no supporters around you on the mindset elevator, I support you. You guys should know that when you guys are on here, that's just my view, right? That's my authentic, real view, because I never really had people, not too many people growing up telling me, okay, you could do this, you could be that, right? That it was very few people who were encouraging as I was growing up, right? Like there were people that I had love for who loved me. They love you, they care, but not everybody's going to pour into you as you would pour into yourself, right? And unfortunately, there's people who take the extreme stance of like just being against you completely and hoping and wishing that you fail or you give up or you throw in the towel when that's not a part of your story. You are not meant to throw in the towel, you're meant to go up. And no matter the situations that happened to me, growing up in my youth, in my childhood, troubling things, uh, lack of support, as what I would describe, one thing I always knew is that I'm aware of the happenings that are going on around me. I'm aware of the lack of support. I'm aware of the targeting. I'm aware. I know what's going on, but I'm going to go up. My future is going to look bright because I know I'm going up, because I'm conscious. I know what my thoughts are. I know what is happening around me. I can put two and two together. I'm going up regardless of how sad I feel in the moment, how if I'm experiencing lack at this time, whatever the case might be. I always knew. I was steadfast in my thought process. I knew that I was going to go up in some kind of way, or my journey was going to be very rewarding because I had that mindset that it was going to be rewarding. You have to have that mindset first before anything else really comes into play. Because if you don't have that mindset that your life is going to turn around or you're going to achieve great things, where's the incentive here to even try? Where's the incentive? Why try if you don't think there's a reason, or if you don't think highly of yourself, or you don't think that you can make something of yourself, right? So that's why a lot of people around us are of that variety. There are a lot of people around us who do not think highly of themselves. They do not think they can achieve great things. They do not have that support. They do not. So they move in that way. And so even going a step further, try to discourage people around them who are of the opposite, variety, right? People who do see change in their life and growth pending. They want to attack individuals like that because of their personal woes, and they don't want to support you, or they think you're going to fail because they perceive their life as just a string of failures. They're not able to change their perspective, and they're not making the right moves to get to where they want to be. So instead they start attacking real ones who know what they're trying to aim for. That's why we're the targets a lot of the time, because it's of other people's projection, other people's personal woes, other people's problems get put on us. But you're strong because not only do you take on other people's problems, you have to combat that. Then you have to combat your own. You have to combat your own deficiencies and your own lack. It's like a lot of people put a lot of strain on us, not realizing what we're already going through. And that's why a lot of people envy you and are intimidated by you in general, because it's like, how are you dealing with everything? How do you handle all of this? How do you cope with this? You're a real one. How do you deal? How do you traverse through life seeming like nothing hurts you or nothing troubles you? And you may be going through troubles every single day, but you take it like a champ. People thought you would have given up because they would have given up, and they know it. They know they would have given up. They know there's no way they could deal with the problems you've got, right? Because once again, you probably take on a lot of stress. You probably take on the stresses of other people around you, as well as your own, or your own household, your own work stress, whatever the case might be. Just everything culminated into one fiery ball, right? So at the end of the day, people are seeing that you are very strong and you haven't given up as expected. You did not throw in the towel as expected, because they're trying to live through you like, oh, they would have given up, so why haven't you given up? It's like people really do treat us like we are extensions of them. We're not extensions of these folks. We're just on our own path, doing our own thing, not cocky with it. We just know we have a special path. We're going different places than a lot of these folks out here. Dean says we have empathy for people. Of course. Of course. Yeah, Nicole says I've been constantly attacked and it's never been me. Right? Protecting, talking, their burdens they placed on me, like I'm strong enough to handle my own and everything else. People put on me zero support. That's how it is sometimes, unfortunately, Nicole. And I know this all too well. It's a sad thing that a lot of us bond over just painful things, really trying things. It's it's sad, isn't it? It's really sad. You're just trying to go up and right your wrongs, right your own wrongs. Now you have to right the wrongs of others. Like, that was, what is this? But at the same time, it's because you are here to teach a lesson to people. You are here to uplift the masses, and you are here to make things right. Right? So that's why it's like trouble will follow you, or trouble will come to you, or trouble will present itself, because it's like you are the help. You are the help. You are who a lot of people needed, right? But people just couldn't respect. And that's why a lot of people are living in regret to this day, because they didn't respect you enough, or think highly of you, or wanted to disrespect you, or even wanted to discredit you, or make you feel like you were never going to achieve anything great. That's why, once again, these days, back then, I would want to share all my news. I wanted to share everything. I want everybody to know, right? Because I was fishing for admiration, and I was also fishing for support, and wanting people to see, hey, I had it in me to get things done. I had it in me to be great. These days I don't even move like that now, because at the end of the day I know what I want, and I'm not trying to seek validation anymore, right? Because seeking validation means that you're experiencing some kind of lack within yourself, or some sort of lack of confidence, or a drop in confidence in yourself, that you outwardly need to look for now. And that's just how I used to move, because as much as I knew I was going to be great, I still sought that admiration, or still sought that praise from people who I thought loved and cared about me. And it's not to say they didn't, or not all of them did. A lot of people did love me, or do love me, but don't show the care, don't show that they love you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like that, right? So you got to celebrate yourself, and live life, because not everybody is going to understand your life, and why you do the things you do, and why it's you. Why is it you, right? Why not anybody else? Why you? And people thought that you would have just thrown in the towel, and just be like, you know what, I'm hanging my hat, I'm done, I can't take this anymore, I can't do this anymore, it's too hard, it's too stressful. And maybe you did have moments where you were contemplating that you were really thinking about just giving up entirely, but you never did. That's why you're here. That's why people are jealous. That's why people are envious, because they see that your life is just, it keeps on going. You keep on going, you keep on getting higher, because you did not give up. If you had given up, it would be very unlikely to see any sort of growth, any sort of like elevation, right? So that's why we should not give up. That's why you should always find a reason to live, always find a reason to be happy, and to look forward to a new day, a new week, a new month, a new year. Because a lot of people, unfortunately, they come around us and they don't see that for their future. They don't see that. So they see that in us, and they get bent about it, very upset, right? And they start targeting us because of their feelings about it. And then it's like, what did I do to, what warranted this treatment here, right? So people thought truly that you would have been done for by now, right? That you were just maybe a lost cause. And a lot of the times what's happening here, once again, is projection. It's other people's personal woes, and feelings of lack, and feelings of lack of creativity, lack of abundance. It could be anything. They try to put that on us, right? And so it's like, instead of fixing themselves, they want us to be the punching bags for whatever they're going through. And on top of that, we have our own issues to go through and to deal with. So people don't really understand. They try to make it our issue. Their issues aren't ours, right? So a lot of the times you're going to see projection, people trying to stress us out, people trying to, well, if we're trying to achieve great things and we tell them about it, we may be met with a cold reception. People are not too high and mighty about your plans and your dreams. And I'm talking about folks that know you, right? I'm talking about people who, it could be in your family, or it could be friends or longtime associates that truly know you. It's like, What were they thinking? It's like when you tell people that no, you're still working on that business, you're still hacking away at that degree. You got a few courses pending, all right, before you graduate and you get that degree or diploma. People are kind of like, oh, really? You're still doing that? You're still doing all that? I thought you gave up, or I thought, or I've had instances where people were like, oh, but I remember you had a rough patch with that last time. What happened with that? It's like, yeah, it was just a rough patch. It's been mowed over. All right. And what? Let's go. You know, it's time to go up. The people are remembering little stumbles along the way that you might have had. And they're coming back talking about, I thought one time you told me that uh, in the month of March, profits were low. That was the month of March. You know what I mean? Now it's September, for example. Things have been looking up. What's going on, right? It's like, what were they thinking here, right? And unfortunately, it is projection. It is a disdain for your growth. Just complete. They wanna see your growth annihilated, right? And it's like, no, that's not for me. That's not a part of my path for me to give up, right? I need to keep moving forward, right? Kim says the enemy has already been defeated. We need to just sit back, watch, and pray. Absolutely. Sweet Dime Piece says people be depressed over your life as if it's theirs. When you're doing good, they make like you're doing bad, but in actuality they're the ones doing bad because they ain't where you at, which is in a good place. Oh, of course. Of course. I mean, we've seen it, haven't we? The projection is a huge problem, as well as competition, envy, jealousy, all these negative happenings that do befall us. Seems like a lot of us get attacked more than others. You know, a lot of people. What can I say? But the devil works real hard, really, really hard, overtime, pro bono. Real hard to get folks like us all the way down. And I'm not about that. That's just not for me. I don't want that. None of us would want that. We don't welcome that energy. We don't welcome that. We're trying to go up, and we're trying to go all the way. I mean, like, as high as you want to go. There are probably things you have in your mind right now that you want to do, and you think, you may be thinking or may be contemplating that no one does this, or this is just a dream. This cannot be done, or it's going to be really hard. What will people think? Go for it. Go for it. Because I'm telling you, from now, people are already thinking things anyway. From where you're at right now, people are already thinking a lot of things about you. They already see your greatness. That's why they're trying to shut it down. All right. Don't let anybody shut anything down for you. Ramp it up the ante. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's all do it at the same time. Let's just go higher. Right. And then see what they say next. Because it's always going to be something. Right. If it's not this, it's that. I have no intentions to give up what I want to do in this lifetime. I have a lot of dreams and aspirations that I am working towards because I know what I'm being called to do. I know what I love to do. I know myself. It's like I can't just sit around and wait for a miracle or wait for anything. I got to be the person that puts that effort forward, right? And stop, and this is how I used to be, is just trying to take shortcuts as well. I was that type of person, just trying to do things a little bit quicker, a little bit more expedited so I can get that quick success. There is no quick success. I mean, like, if it happens that way, it just happened that way, but it doesn't mean like that's how it is, right? Quick success. And I see videos too online. I'm not trying to knock anybody, but I'm just seeing like how to do this in 10 days, how to do this in 5 days. That's absolutely unrealistic, truly. You can't just put a timestamp or like, I mean, you could, in theory, you could, but that shouldn't be like the standard or like the selling point. That's not realistic. And a lot of people fall victim to that stuff, right? And then get mad and beat themselves up. It didn't turn out for them in 10 days as prescribed, right? I mean, that's not realistic. Let's be realistic. Growth takes time, right? Greatness takes time. It does not happen overnight. It gets built on, it gets worked on, it gets tweaked, it gets modified, everything in between. right? So that's another thing too that your haters may have been thinking, like, what's going on here? Time's ticking. I thought you were supposed to have that business up and running by October. It's you're 6 months, but it's like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing though with your time? 6 months have gone by and things are a little bit slow. I'm still trying to get my resources together, but I'm working on it though. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? A lot of times just looking at you, right? So things take time and people are haters in this world. A lot of people are haters. It's like you're going too slow for them, or oh, it must be failing for you because I don't see no moves, you're not popping out. But that's because you're behind the scenes working hard and they don't see that and they can't appreciate that, right? Because they think that you're just like everybody else and you're not. You operate differently than most people around you. So when people think you're on their time, you're not. That's why you don't race to for great you don't rush greatness. You do not rush greatness. There is no 10 days to be successful. 20 days before you're a billionaire. These are lies. These are just selling points to get people trapped in the thought process that they will be the person they want to be within a certain time prescribed. That's not realistic, right? And that's why depression and that's why frustration, that's why people give up, because they're just kind of like trying to prescribe to these unrealistic ideologies and ways of being in certain regimens as well that are not helping them. Instead, say, this is how you grow yourself over time. This is how you reach greatness over time. This is how you become a giant over time. It's an overtime thing. It could be a gradual thing. It's not something that happens in 10 days where, and I can't stand stuff like that. You know what I mean? Even as a consumer of media as well, when I see stuff like that, it's like, what are they trying to say? That I'm gonna be great in 10 days? I'm gonna be great. They don't even know what's happening in my life. How many things have happened in my life? 10 days to get out of my personal woes, or 10 days to get over being sad. I'm just giving examples here of the unrealistic expectations that are being force fed down our throats. This is not how life really is, right? We got to take things step by step sometimes. Sometimes you got to mow everything down that you thought was solid, and you're realizing you're just building on shaky foundation. You got to mow it all over. You got to start all over. There's no shame in that. That's just how life is sometimes. And I've had to mow down my lawn many times before. Start again, and I love that because it's showing me that some things I'm doing are not working out. Some things I've tried are just not beneficial for me. Things I have built up, I'm building the wrong type of structure. Gotta knock it down, gotta make something else. That's just how life is. That's the realistic aspect that we should all really think about, like growth and it's okay to start over. You're a giant for that. You're real for that, to start over. Knowing that people are going to be watching and critiquing, but you don't care because this is your life and you're the one that has to live it. Everybody else is just a spectator. You're the driver. Just drive, just live life to the fullest. Yeah. Kenley says, I find those videos to be absolute false advertising, clickbait. It is clickbait because a lot of things are just for superficial reasons these days, right? Everything is just to get higher quicker. That if it happens to you like that, that's awesome. I'm not knocking anybody who had that sort of success, but to sell it out and to pump it out like that's just the norm, that's not realistic. And real ones know that's not realistic, right? Sometimes you have to build up from nothing to get yourself to where you gotta be. And sometimes you gotta rebuild over and over and over again because things aren't working out. Things aren't the way they're supposed to be for you yet. But you're working. You haven't given up. Yep, India says there's something inside of me that will not let me give up. Oh, of course. It's the spirit. It's your spirit, your mental tenacity, your spirit and your drive are keeping you in this state of progression. You have to stay progressive. You have to stay looking forward to your future, because it's not only about the present. Enjoy the present, love the present, work on the present, but aim for higher, right? Because more is yet to come. No doubt. India says, when I feel like giving up, I pray God gives me the strength to continue. I pray all the time, because it's like, I'm only human, and I know that I will make mistakes, and I've made a lot of mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, right? This is something that's not from my past. I still currently make mistakes all the time, but I learn, right? Because learning never ends, and learning helps you grow, and it helps your mind to elevate, right? Unfortunately, not a lot of people who have these thought processes that, oh, you would have given up by now, or you're going to be lacking if you don't have me as your rider, or whatever the case might be. These people are, it, they don't know, this is not their life, right? A lot of people put their own insecurities and their own self-doubt on us. It's like, wait a minute, I don't need that. I don't need your self-doubt. I don't need your lack to be my lack. I don't want that. I'm trying to go up the best way that I can. And I realize that not everybody is a supporter. That's just how life is. That's how it is. Not everybody's going to ride for you, see your vision, respect you, praise you. That's why you just got to be steadfast in your beliefs, that you're going to make it. You probably already made it. You made it. A lot of people are seeing that you're already made. People are probably treating you like you're made already. You don't need to go any higher, because you're made. From what they see right now, you're made. That's why people are hating, because it's like they see that you're made, but they know there's more. There's more for you. It does get people a little bit unsettled, right? Like, they think there's a cap to your greatness, but there's not. There is no cap. For you, there's none. For others, there is, because it was a self-limiting thing. People do put a cap to their own success, to their own greatness. They put a cap because they're too superficial. A lot of the times, that's what it is. Too cocky and too superficial to grow, to heal, to expand, right? So they put a cap. They can't blame anybody else. They put their own cap on. And it's like they can't get out. They can't go higher, because they limited themselves, and they stay watching everybody else. They stay critiquing everybody else who don't have a cap. People who just skyrocketing to the top, no intentions to stop, right? Yeah, India says, we started from the bottom. We deserve everything that we have and more, for sure. Yep. Yeah, James says they don't want it enough, but you do. I guarantee that you do. A lot of you guys want to have success, and you guys are already success stories. Just coming from maybe the struggles that you may have faced, people are already seeing, yeah, you're a success just from that, right? So forget about all the other stuff that you might be involved in or doing. Just the fact that you're here right now, it speaks for itself. Yeah, David says, warrior. Absolutely, you're a fighter, right? And people know they can't come at you in any type of way, right? You are a fighter, you are a leader, and you're supposed to be. That's why you're setting the standard, you're setting the stage for what is acceptable, for what is true, for what is greatness, for what is real. That's you. You're the spokesperson, right? The unappointed spokesperson. That's just who you are. It's like, you're teaching people and showing people and speaking up for people, being the advocate, being the voice, right? Be the voice, definitely. So as I bring this live stream to a close, what I do want to say is that you are going to have a lot of doubters in your corner. A lot of people right now that you may not think right now are even doubters, but you're going to start seeing who they really are. Not everybody's going to ride for you like that. Not everybody's going to clap, cheer, root on for you, hoping the best for you. People are just waiting for you to just stop, to just quit. And it's not, they're going to be waiting a really long time. A really long time. You're going to hear negativity, lies. You're going to hear people trying to start drama with you, trying to get in your way, trying to impede your greatness, trying to stop everything from happening for you. That's great. That's awesome. And they don't have that power. They don't have that power. They don't know who they're coming for. You're too great for that. You're too awesome. You've been through too much. You're going too high. You cannot be reached like that to be troubled, you know? Yeah, JCP says, wise beyond your years. Keep walking younger. Yes, yes, you know, and a lot of you are probably wise beyond your year. I'm telling you, a lot of you probably hold intellect that people just don't understand. You know, people don't understand. They're never going to understand you. You're a force to be reckoned with. So yes, when people see that you haven't given up, they know why. They know. They're digging deep. They're finding it out why you haven't given up, why you're still standing right now. It could be anything, you know, it could be anything. It could be job, it could be a marriage, a relationship, a family situation, people trying to hurt you, people trying to destroy you, people trying to get in your way. Nothing has worked because it's not going to work because they don't have that power to stop you from getting higher or getting through your troubles. A lot of people have tried to trouble me, some people even recently. And one thing I will say is that keeping my distance is so sweet. It is so beneficial to just keep your distance and stay in that lane of yours when people come around and start trying to cause drama, because I know what they're trying to do. You know, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to stop me. They're trying to silence me. They're trying to get into my head and try to make me feel insecure and making me change my thought process of what I'm trying to aim for. Can't be around me. Cannot work. It will not work, you know? I will not accept those vibes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for me. It's not for me because it's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that negative energy that I feel seeping off of folks, you could tell the way they talk. When people talk to me, say certain things, condescending, backhanded compliments, I know what that's about. It's because of the lack they're experiencing. It's what they feel low about in their life to try to make it seem like that's my story or that's my life. We're two separate people. That's your life. Here I am building mine, you know? And you can appreciate what people go through. You can appreciate, you can feel for them, but don't come around and just try to put it on me or try to, you know, you're coming around to scope if I've given up or no, I'm still at it. I'm here. You know, I am here. Where am I going to go except for up? And that's the mantra we should hold. Where else am I supposed to go? Down? Down? It's only up. It's only up. It's like we're not going to be knocked down. That's not a possibility. We're just going to keep rising, right? Because through everything we always do. We always do come back. We always do rise, you know, and completely prove people wrong. Because we know what we want and we know what we're chasing and we're not going to stop until we get there. Yeah, Dean says misery loves company. That's why I don't answer the door. You know what I mean? I don't answer that door. When people come knocking and I know who they are and they want to bring misery, they can't come. You know, it's just being denied all access because it is mentally taxing to deal with these things on a daily basis or deal with these people, right, who are obviously not happy with their own state of affairs. So it's like they want to put it on us to have to deal with their burdens. It's one thing to talk to me about your burdens and to talk to me and let's chat. Let it be equal. Let's get the pressure off each other. But if you're just gonna hound me and hassle me and you know, talk me to filth because you hate your life or you feel down about your own state of affairs, this can't work because I need my mind right. And if there's no respect, what's going on here, right? So no, you haven't given up and you're not about to. You're not about to give up. You're about to go up, right? You're about to continue the journey of elevation, continue the prosperity. It's coming to you. It's already here. And you keep getting replenished. Your cup is never getting empty. You know, you're always being replenished because you're doing the work to get yourself to higher places. And people along the way are going to be like, did you give up yet? Did you throw in the towel yet? You know what I mean? Did it like stop? Did it fail? Nothing failed. Everything's a lesson. I'm still going up. Sorry that I couldn't give you the show that you wanted. You know what I mean? Because some people just come around looking for a show and they don't get, they leave disappointed. It's like buying a movie, buying a ticket to a movie that you thought was really going to be good. And you just leave disappointed with a sour taste in your mouth. That's how a lot of people move. They come around you, they're thinking they're going to come around you, they're going to see misery, and they're going to have the popcorn, they're going to get a nice show. And they get nothing but disappointment and more jealousy stirring inside of them because it was not what they thought. As insects are buzzing by, it's not what they thought. Your greatness is growing. They didn't come to watch that. You understand what I mean? They didn't come to see you elevate more. That was not a part of the plan. And a lot of people will come around you, will start talking in your ear, try to make you second guess yourself, but you're doing the work. What are they doing? How can they have the right to come and tell you what's not going to work or what's not going to fly? And they're not doing anything in their own personal lives. They're just watching you, right? So watching you isn't helping them. It's making them more miserable about their own state of affairs because it was always about them to begin with. It was never about your lack or your ventures. It's projection. It is projection. A lot of our worldly issues are about jealousy, envy, projection, and people not taking into account their own state of affairs. It's just like they don't want to deal with their life. So they want you to deal with theirs and yours, and they will be a big bad bully. They don't mind bullying you. They don't mind trying to get at you and being the big bad wolf in your life that you now have to huff and puff and blow their they want it's crazy, but people put us in these predicaments. We didn't ask for this. So that's why we have to make sure that we do keep that distinction between what is ours and what is someone else's, and our burdens aren't theirs. We should not put our burdens on other people just like indiscriminately, just like without any context here. We should not do that to them. They shouldn't do that to us. Let it be real. Let's go up. And of course it's wishful thinking because not everybody's going to have that thought. Just, oh, I could love him for what he does, vice versa. Everybody's going to go up, It's a wish, it's a dream, but we still live on planet Earth and things aren't always what they seem. Not everything is equal in this world, right? Not everything feels fair, right? But no matter what it feels like, we have to have that thought that we will live a long life, live a beautiful, meaningful life where we could be whoever we want to be and go anywhere we want to go. And no man or woman is going to impede that progress. They're not going to impede that for us. That's our life. We decide that. They don't decide. They can critique it, but doesn't matter. This is our life. They could deal with theirs, And so I'm sure a lot of you have had people thinking that by now they would have seen the signs of you resigning, just giving up. And little did they know it wasn't the show they were expecting. They're not happy. Not everybody's happy about your growth and about the fact that you found a way out of your problems. Now you have coping mechanisms. Now you have the resources. You have the spirit down pat, so you don't have to even worry about that. You're good to go. You have that faith. Everything is being lined up, even if it's a slow and steady pace, slow and steady growth. Because remember, this stuff that we're being force-fed every day about success in 10 days or how to get this up and running in like I'll be setting up furniture, like a dresser or something like that, reading the reviews, talking about, oh, set this up in 20 minutes. Anybody could do it. 20 minutes tops. Did it by myself. You know what I mean? And you're here for an hour tinkering with the thing. That's how I am sometimes. Like, what 20 minutes? Who are they? How did they do that? But that's the thing. Time That's the thing. It's unrealistic. These times that people put on greatness or put on completion or put on accomplishments, it's not like that for everybody. Not everybody finishes, first place. Not everybody does it. Not everybody's as crafty or as quick or as nimble. You know, people take, it's different time frames, different paces, different people, you know? Wayfair, you know, setting up furniture. That's just an example just to show you reviews and people saying, oh, this will work for you. It's a one size fit all. It's an absolute lie. It's an absolute, it's not a realistic representation for all of humanity. You know what I mean? Maybe for a chunk of humanity that worked that way. It happened that way. It happened in that time frame. But that's not the one size fits all. That's an unrealistic ideology that we are constantly pumped with, force fed every single day for various topics and thoughts, you know, various things. It's like, no, right? Like a certain diet regimen may be good for somebody and they've been doing it for 15 years. You try it for a week and you just can't do it anymore. Doesn't mean that nothing will work for you. This just doesn't. This, you know, you didn't get the results when they did. That doesn't mean that you'll never get the result. That just means that it needs to be worked at. It needs to be worked on a little longer, right? For them, you don't know what they did to get that done. What are you doing to get it done? You know what I mean? And there is a distinction here because we're different. We're not everybody is the same as each other. And there's no shame in the game. You know, you just go up, you just try hard, you put your best foot forward. You love humanity, you love yourself, you work hard, you do your thing, and you just go up that way because you have that love and you have that faith, and that will take you to higher places, no doubt. You know, so yep, yep. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you guys who have liked the stream, who have watched the stream and commented here. Very generous, very kind of all of you. Thank you guys so very much for just being very positive influences for even me and teaching me a lot of things and giving me a lot of perspective as well. It's very humbling. I really enjoy what you guys have to say. And unfortunately, a lot of us do go through really bad things and we bond over that stuff, which is really, really sad. You know, that's the sad part. That's not, nothing about that is funny. But at the same time, going up is sweet, isn't it? So we got to look at the other aspect of it. Like, though we have troubles and though we bond and have went through a lot of just unsavory things, a lot of hurtful things, a lot of trauma, a lot of crazy stuff. We do know the other side of it, which is the elevation, which is the healing part, and we want to partake. That's something to smile about. That is sweet, you know. Going up is sweet. Elevation is great. Living life is beautiful. Humans, beautiful. You know, go up, make good connections, live life to the fullest. You know, prosperity is yours, abundance, peace, happiness. If you work hard to cultivate that, that will be yours. There's no doubt, right? But it's not going to look like everybody else's. So, you know, the compare and contrast thing, it's just best to put that to the wayside because it's not going to help you feel good. It's going to help you feel good when you know that this is what you wanted. This is what you're working towards. This was your life. This is what you wanted. This is what you decided to do. And you got to be happy with that. Even if people around you didn't see it coming to fruition or people didn't think it was going to be possible, you did that. You did that. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. So thank you guys all once again for stopping by on this Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. I hope you guys enjoy the month of August. And for all those who are having upcoming birthdays for August, I know I saw that in a previous stream. Enjoy your birthdays, enjoy life, enjoy every single day of your life. Life is precious, you know, life is sweet. Always, always, always see a reason to live life, to get up and to make something of your life. Even if you're around a lot of people who are just fast asleep. You know what I mean? You're the one that's here to wake people up, to shake things up in the best possible ways, in the best possible proportions, right? That's you. So keep going up, everyone. Don't fall asleep on yourself. Stay up, you know, live life, love people, right? And enjoy. Enjoy, everybody. All right, so I'll see you guys soon. Let's stay connected. And once again, thank you guys all so much for your time. I appreciate you all from all around the world. I hope you guys have a lovely day. A lovely, lovely day and a lovely weekend, okay? So thank you guys so much, and let's see you guys all soon, all right? Bye.